hit the
Now,
the broadcast button at the top of a. Oh yeah, you did. It says we're on air.
yeah.
Cool.
Now, how do I post this link to Twitter?
All right, I'll grab it off of a. So what it does is on Google Plus, it'll after the post that says you're in a hangout or there's a hangout going on, it'll like right after that it'll say like live hangout blah blah, and I have like a YouTube embed on it, and then I click that and I go to the YouTube page and I copy the link from there.
Okay.
So it should be the
Okay,
top
I'm here.
post on your Google Plus. And I will of course send it out to every known follower.
Oh, sorry. I'm hearing more than one of you.
Yeah, the YouTube thing's open.
Yeah.
It's weird how that camera zooms in on you automatically. My roommate went out to get an iPhone today. I hope he actually got it. I'll text him. I'll find out.
Okay, there we go. Post that on my page. Now let me post that on the CBG Twitter.
Really.
And I guess we kind of had to do this after we started.
Yeah, no, that you always have to. I'm just chilling with at USFHBomb, and we are.
I should probably go mute that.
Yeah, it's probably messing with you.
I meant my iPad. Did you hear that go off?
No, I didn't.
Oh. There we go. iPad's muted. Phone is muted. And who knows? Maybe we'll get somebody in the chat or to
The
comment. Yeah. So it's gonna be weird doing this without the bumpers. Bum
Yeah.
bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 chicka, bum, 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 chicka, bum, 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 chicka.
Just keep
Put
going.
that as an
Don't stop.
outtake at the end of the
Don't
show.
don't ever stop.
Okay, welcome to Not Cross-Border Gaming, Episode 3. Oh,
Yay!
yeah, for those of you not familiar with Not Cross-Border Gaming, that's essentially when one of us can't do the show and we get someone to fill in. We did Episode 1 back in 2010 with Phil replacing Frank. We did Episode 2 in January with Phil replacing me. And joining me for Episode 3, you may know him from Irrational Passions. You may know him from his cameo appearance in Podcast Beyond 300 on IGN. Future IGN editor, Mr. Alex O'Neill.
Thank you. That's high praise.
Hey, you know you're going to be working there.
Yeah. I'm not
I
allowed to
know
talk
it.
about it.
5 years. You'll be
5
there in
years.
5 years.
It's a 5-year plan. Coming up on a 4-year plan now. We're getting there.
Okay, so, Alex, what have you been playing?
Not much. I played The Walking Dead 400 Days, which is fun.
Cool.
Um,
And this is DLC that takes place between episodes 1 and 2?
Yeah, this is the theoretical episode 6 of season 1. So it's a weird thing. It's very different than the regular Walking Dead. You play as 5 characters. It's kind of like 5 little vignettes.
5.
And they're each like different aspects of the Walking Dead proper. So like one of them is just dialogue, and then decision. Each of them centers around like a decision. One of them's like kind of like the find a couple things. One of them's exploration. One of them's action. and some other ones are like people versus people action. So it's cool. It's an interesting little thing. It's weird. They introduced some new game mechanics that they're probably playing around with to see how that'll go for episode or season 2. And it tells you by the end of it, like, these are things that are definitely going to affect season 2.
Sweet.
So
I still haven't played season 1.
I wouldn't really call it a bridge, because it doesn't it doesn't give you any idea of what's going to happen in season 2 or where it's going. It just gives you a little bit of information of things that may be involved there.
Okay.
So it's really cool. I really enjoyed it.
Did you play that on?
I play on PC.
PC.
Because that's what I played season 1 on. So, and it's cool how the bits in the bits depending on the order you actually do the episodes in, affects or the little vignettes I should say, it affects what you'll actually see in them. So,
cool.
It's a neat little thing. I'm glad they did it. I'm excited to see where season 2 is going.
Did you play any more Animal Crossing?
Yeah, I've been pretty much picking up and putting that down every other
same
day.
Here. I've been playing it every day.
Um,
Picking up the Nintendo items, selling fruit, checking turnip prices. Although turnip prices were a little bit high for me this week, and I couldn't get to anybody else's town while they were still selling it.
mm-hmm. Did you hear about? I don't know if that episode's the episode's not out yet. Sorry. There's an episode where Tony explains how he made $3 million in Animal Crossing of Irrational Passion. So
I think I saw that. That's
you probably watched it.
The next one to go up.
Yeah. There's 2 going up tomorrow.
Yeah,
and it'll be
that one and the one that
I wasn't there for.
Yeah. Greg Nabishin and Tony did on Sunday.
Yep. Because I would get to edit last week's episode before I went to San Francisco, but Tony didn't put up his track until Wednesday night. So
damn it, Tony.
Yep.
Episode
Luckily,
3. Damn it, Tony.
Yeah, exactly. Episode 3. God damn it, Tony. Luckily, the one they did on Sunday is just it's 1 track, so easy edit.
Yeah.
And I started this game that I think you would actually really like. It's a PC game. It's coming to Wii U next month. It's called It'll Do.
It'll do, pig.
It'll do, pig. It's a Zelda-like. So it's a old school Zelda. So it's top down, puzzly.
Good Zelda.
Yeah, good Zelda. Or classic Zelda, I should say, to be more realistic to my opinion. It's top down. You play this female protagonist. I don't know her name. I haven't said yet. And she has this floating ferret as her companion. That's really sarcastic, which I enjoy. And yeah, it's well written. It's clever. It's gorgeous. It's like a hand drawn kind of thick, like a thick watercolorish, not watercolorish, thick paintish. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if I can for you. And it's funny. It plays like Zelda, kind of looks like Zelda. And yeah, I'm only a few minutes into it. But it's clever so far. I'm enjoying it. It definitely has a strong Zelda feel to it. Yeah, that I'm playing on PC right now.
Okay.
And it's coming to Wii U next month, I think, and it's coming to Steam this month. You can buy it right now off of their website, though.
Cool. What's it called?
It'll Do. ITTLE, and then DEW. So.
Oh, It'll Do.
It'll
okay.
Do.
Cool.
So it's clever. And then I've been playing Civ 5 Brave New World.
It'll do. I think it's on Ouya. I think I saw it on Ouya.
Yeah, it's on Ouya as well.
I'll get it on Ouya.
There you go. You're actually getting use out of your Ouya, which is just shocking.
Like, just trying to think, have we done a show since I got the Ouya?
I don't know. It's out now on Windows, Ouya, and Mac. It's coming to Steam at the end of July,
I may have to talk about my Ouya then.
and it's coming to Linux, Wii U, iPad, and Android tablets this fall or winter. So, but yeah, it's a Zelda-like. It's clever and cute. So,
Oh, that's. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I got my Ouya last week. We didn't do a show last week, so
all
I'll
right.
talk about that in a minute. Anything else you played?
Brave New World, Civ 5.
Civ 5.
Best $30 I'll ever spend all year. Um,
Well, that's cool.
so yeah, that's more Civ. It's crazy.
More
it's
Civ.
awesome.
Okay. Now, why don't we talk anything else?
I mean, I could go into my San Francisco trip, but
Why don't I talk about what I've been playing? Then we can talk about your San Francisco trip.
yeah, that should be a separate thing. You want to see I tweeted about this earlier, and I think you had a question about it, or ND Arky, I forgot his name. I blanked. Pat, that's right. He asked me about these posters I got printed. There's a Metroid one that I think you might appreciate if you want to see it. Real quick, this will be a Easter egg for the video watchers.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing this on video. And I'll put this on the CBG video page.
Yeah, it's dope. Put it a little closer. It's kind of like a indie-ish art style, but it's cool. It's got the shadow of Mother Brain and then Ridley's
Cool.
glowing eyes.
Where'd
in
you
the
get that
background.
from?
I found the image on a Tumblr blog of all places, and I thought Tumblr was useless. Still do. But yeah, super high quality image. Just search like a minimalist Metroid, I think is where I found it.
You thought it was so useless you let John register Irrational Passions Tumblr.com
Yeah.
before you could.
Yeah, I got it back though. He gave it back to me. I have it registered now. Bastard.
That was a crazy episode.
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, I found the image and it's a gorgeous image. And then I just found I was testing a site that can have posters printed or have images posted onto printers or posters, whatever words. And yeah, it came out really great.
Cool.
So that's my week.
Okay. Let's see. I also played Animal Crossing.
Yep.
So
How's it
yeah.
treating you?
All right. I mean, I've been playing it every day, but I've only been playing it in small spurts. Especially when nobody's online to go into their town. Yeah, nobody's online, so I could go into their towns and buy peaches.
Yeah, I just want to sell all my perfect fruit.
Yeah.
No one's selling or no one's available.
Yeah.
So
Been playing more Project X Zone. I think I just finished chapter 29, I want to say.
okay.
You been playing that at all?
I played the demo. I had no idea what it was.
I highly recommend it.
I dug it. Yeah, it's a cool mix of like Fire Emblem and like a 2D fighter.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's probably my favorite game this year, not named Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I've been playing more Fire Emblem as well, but it's been mostly me doing the same chapter over and over again. So there's
Yeah.
nothing to say.
And today I picked up Shin Megami Tensei IV.
Ooh,
This is
I'll
my
make
first Shin Megami Tensei game.
I'll make a Persona player out of you yet, Harold.
Oh, I made, and I've been thinking about trying Persona 4 Golden, but and since I'm talking about it now, I'm not going to bring it up in the news. But Nintendo's got a promotion if you register both Fire Emblem Awakening and Shin Megami Tensei 4 on Club Nintendo. You get $30 back for the eShop.
That's awesome.
That's kind of what pushed me over the edge. Unfortunately, GameStop had one copy that wasn't pre-ordered.
That's lucky.
That is lucky. And you know what? I was kind of on the fence, so that's why I didn't pre-order. That's why I left it up to chance. I like it so far, except keep getting my butt kicked.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Shin Megami Tensei games, in my experience, are notoriously hard.
Yeah, I mean, I like JRPGs, but I'm more of a retro JRPG fan than a modern JRPG fan. So
Yeah.
this is a bit different than what I'm used to, but I'm digging it so far.
hmm I really like the old and new.
And also, well, I know you play Persona. Have you ever played one of the proper Shin Megami Tensei games?
I've dabbled, but I've never sunk a lot of time
Yeah, I
into
mean,
it.
I don't even know when Shin Megami Tensei III was out or what system it was for.
I believe that was a PS1 game.
Holy crap, so it's been a long time for the main franchise.
Yeah, but
And a little bit of news within Now Playing. Plants vs. Zombies 2, which was supposed to originally come out on
it's out.
Thursday, was pushed back. However, they did a soft launch in Australia and New Zealand.
hmm
And I set up an Australian iTunes account so I could download it.
That's good.
Yeah, so I've been playing Plants vs. Zombies 2 for the last couple days.
Awesome.
I like it. It's still a lot of the same, but I like the power-ups, the plant food. I like how that works. Some new plants. I really like can't think of the bok choy one.
The delicious one. I would not know.
Bonk choy, I think.
Bok choy? Okay.
But yeah, that little plant kicks some ass.
To follow up, Shin Megami Tensei III Nocturne came out in 2003 for the PS2.
Still, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah. So there you go. But they've been doing the Devil Summoner and Persona series between that. So
Yeah.
anyway,
So yeah, as far as the microtransactions, which I can't do right now because I don't have any way to pay on an Australian account, nor will my American account work. But they're extras. They're extra coins. They're extra power-ups and plants. Nothing necessary, but something to jazz up your experience a little if you so choose.
all right.
But a little bit on the pricey side. I'm not sure if that's the prices I have are Australian currency or what.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the current exchange rate is.
It's big. I know. I think there's some delay going on.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear you for a second.
Yeah. The exchange rate's big. I know that much.
Oh, so it's not like the Canadian dollar, which is at near parity.
Yeah, no, it's see, like games, like retail games, $60 games here are $100 Australian.
Yeah. But I thought that's also just because it's Australia, it's so far away, extra money actually getting it there.
Yeah, it's exactly.
So who knows? But yeah, I'm liking it. I hope the U.S. release comes soon, so I be playing it more for real.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I want to play that game.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I beat the main portion of the first area, ancient Egypt, but you got to get so many stars to unlock the next area. So there are both you can replay previous stages to get with challenges to get stars, and you find keys to unlock branching paths for more stars and more plans.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Ouya. I picked up an Ouya last week, or I received an Ouya last week. Got it for about $67 after trade-in.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, I only paid for 2/3 of the thing.
Not bad.
Not a bad price for an Ouya.
It's the only thing that will make it worth it.
But yeah, I haven't dabbled in emulators yet.
Okay.
Picked up a flash drive today. But haven't dabbled in emulators yet. Although I did dabble in karaoke.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a karaoke app. And they actually have the theme to the Big Bang Theory on there.
Okay.
You know how I love my BNO.
I do. I do.
Yeah. Also, Nimble Quest, which is also currently out on iOS, which is kind of a snake game mixed with RPG elements.
Nimble Quest is awesome.
Yeah, from the makers of Tiny Tower and what's that airplane game?
Pocket Planes.
Pocket Planes, yes. You know what? I haven't played it much since the first couple days.
It's good. I've sunk a lot of time
Yeah.
into it.
What Ouya? Oh, I'm talking about Ouya in general.
Oh, okay.
Fred, Fred from Fantastic Neighborhood recommended Saturday Morning RPG, which I tried a little bit of that. Yeah, it's JRPG style with some, as Mike Phillips would call it, retrosity, although it's not. Although it's not horrible retrosity, but yeah, it's a lot of 80s retro references, including The Wizard and Trapper Keepers and Back to the Future.
Okay, I'm on board.
There's a pretty cool hockey game that I can't remember. And also, I was talking about Ouya on this past week's Game Enthuse. With Aaron and Tiny and Steve, aka 11D NYC, which two of the three of them have been on the show, been on CBG before, and I have met all three of them in real life.
Cool.
Actually, you were with me when we met Aaron and Tiny and their group.
I was wondering if I had met any of them.
Yeah, they're in the group we met over by the 5-hour energy tent.
Yeah, the failed Chipotle caravan.
Yeah. You know, I don't let just anybody drag my ass to Chipotle.
Yeah, well, you picked the right person.
Yet you bailed when it came time to drag my ass back.
Yes, but
I
was there. I got to hold your hand. Not actually, but
yeah.
for though.
But yeah, Ouya. I think Ouya's got a lot of potential.
Okay.
And as I said on Game Enthuse, I think getting an Ouya is a win-win. Either A, Ouya's a success, and this is the ground floor of something wonderful.
Yep.
Or B, Ouya's an utter failure, and this is a collector's item.
There you go. For all you collectors out there.
Mm-hmm. Win-win.
Okay.
Okay, Alex, tell me about San Francisco.
It was pretty dope. That's it. End of the show. Well, thanks guys for listening.
I thought you were just gonna bust out some generic San Francisco facts, like
It
it's in
has a bridge on
it's in
it.
Northern California. That's where the Golden Gate is.
Yep.
That's where the
The
49ers play.
the Bay Area is actually comprised of several cities, not just San Francisco. Um, I was all over San Francisco. I went everywhere from Sunnyvale all the way.
Did you go to Comic Conspiracy?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately.
Oh.
Go watch Ryan Scott record the Geek Box.
Yeah.
Make fun of him.
Or at least say hi to Ryan Higgins.
No, I didn't. I was on a very fixed schedule.
Yeah.
The day I had to go around places was Sunday.
Yeah.
Ironically, which my flight left at 10. I got delayed because apparently it takes an hour to change a tire.
Yeah.
I was driving around looking for a damn CD for my teacher, but I didn't find it.
What damn CD?
Charles Davis jazz album.
Oh, cool.
He asked me to look for it, and I couldn't find it. I went to 5 different
Specialty music stores.
Yeah, music stores, and not a single one had it. Someone just complimented me on my irrational passion skills.
Yeah.
You're
awesome.
Yeah. So I'll start there. So I saw Up at Noon, which was there wasn't too much to say about that. It was
I'll
cool.
have to watch that.
You can hear me shout Beyond.
Beyond!
In one part of it. So. And it was cool. Jason Mewes was there. I took a picture with him.
Jay
from Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah. Very nice. He acts just like me in real life. So it was good to see a man of similar taste. And so that was Thursday. Like that was pretty much as soon as I landed, I took the first bus to my hotel. To a bus stop near my hotel, walked a mile to my hotel, walked a mile to the train station, got the first train I could to get into the city, and then I walked to see Up at Noon, drenched in sweat.
Kind of like how my PAX East started, although it was much later for me.
Except I got in at 8:30 in the morning, West Coast time.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was nice that Thursday I had a full day, but I got up at noon around 4 o'clock, and I'm like, well, I'm fucking tired. And then I went back, and I sat in my hotel room. I ordered some pizza. I recorded a video blog, which you can watch youtube.com/irrationalpassions. I just hung out, and I watched the 2011 Green Lantern movie in my hotel room, and then I went to sleep.
Are there other Green Lantern movies?
You're right. I don't think there actually are.
And after that movie, will there ever be any again?
See, I actually enjoyed that movie.
I did too, and I thought it was pretty cool in 3D.
Yeah, I thought Ryan Reynolds did a great job. And
my dad and I both liked it.
The guy that they got to do Sinestro was goddamn perfect. He just looked exactly how I imagined Sinestro in real life would look.
Well, that's also got to be thanks to the folks in makeup.
Yeah, they did a great job, but that guy had the kind of the posture and the just the facial look as well. Then Friday happened. Friday we was Beyond 300.
Beyond.
So
I intentionally got home from my parents a little early so I could watch the stream, and I saw you a couple times before the show started.
Yeah,
I saw you taking a picture of something, and I tweeted, "Hey Alex, what you taking a picture of?"
Yeah, and I was like,
doing a little Twitter stalking.
I had like 25% battery left, so I pretty much did not use my phone at all, and I felt really bad because a bunch of people were like tweeting at me saying, "Hey, I saw you," and stuff like, and I wanted to get back to them and say awesome, but I didn't want to waste any of my phone
I recommend
battery.
one of these, Alex. It's a battery that plugs into your. You're on an iPhone, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Please, Harold.
Yeah, I think this one's made by a company called Unu.
Mm-hmm. My dad and my brother both have one of those. I should hop on the train.
Yeah.
I have iOS 7 beta on my phone, and that just kills battery life. Like, it's a problem. So it's yeah,
Yeah.
I might
That
looking to get one of those.
came in really handy at PAX East,
Yeah, I
as did
bet.
my power bag.
See, at PAX, like, I could get through a whole day. Because the iPhone 5 battery is great. I could get through a full day and just not even have to worry about it.
Oh,
A
you're
full
on
active
5.
use.
I have a 4S.
Yeah. And 5 is a better battery than the 4S. Not by too much, but I have no problems with it. I'm
Yeah.
usually by around 40% by the end of the day, but iOS 7 puts me at dead
Okay,
by the end of the
so
day.
yeah, we're at at the show. You're on, yeah, hit the screen a couple times before the show. And
Yeah, I am. Was chilling outside. Colin Moriarty, one of the hosts, was walking around and just talking to people.
that's
Um,
cool.
and I'm just sitting baking in the sun for 2 hours.
And he's the one celebrating his 6th anniversary at IGN today.
Yep, that's him.
Congrats.
Congrats to Colin on that. That's awesome.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was cool. His mom was in town, so I got to meet her as well.
Cool.
And she's very nice. And yeah, then eventually we got in. I was like toward the front of the line. I'll say that I met 2 awesome people in line. I gotta give him shout outs wherever I can. Brian, he's the one that just tweeted me and said he liked my show, which is awesome. And Justin, who flew in from Japan.
Japan.
So, which was awesome. And I talked to him just about living in Japan and how dope it is. And yeah, he was really nice. He's a fan of Persona 4 Golden. So
Is he Japanese or is he like cheapy? Is he an expat?
he's born in America, moved to Japan, been living there for 2 years. So.
Oh, so like cheapy.
Yep. And he speaks fluent Japanese, which is awesome.
Unlike cheapy.
Oh, my chiefy, there you go. And yeah, no, then I met those 2 guys, but I was like one of the first few people to get into the IGN. Like it was in the break room. So like, as soon as I'm flung in, there's not a lot of people there, and it's just around me are all of the people that I've dreamed about meeting my whole life, or not my whole life, but for the
Last few
majority
years.
of my writing career, and it's just like these people that I admire and respect, and I got to meet them and talk to them. Like as soon as I walk in, it's Christine Steimer, who used to write at IGN, and she's talking to Veronica Belmont, and that was just. It was just like a weird moment where I'm like, holy shit, that's Veronica Belmont. And I run in, and it's just like all of the IGN editors just kind of hanging out. There's Dave Fennoy, voice of Lee Everett in The Walking Dead, talking to Troy Baker, which is just like voice acting champions right in front of me,
Yeah.
which was awesome. And they were just hanging out. And
I don't know. It's Nolan North or nothing for me.
Nolan or bust.
Nolan or episode 3. Nolan or bust.
Yeah.
No, seriously, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was just such a weird thing because like a normal person, like well, not necessarily a normal person, but a non-gamer would be like, okay, some dudes that write for some site. But for me, it's like this is my Christian Bale or my celebrities, my Ron Perlman. Every time I think of celebrity now, I just think of Ron Perlman because of Pacific Rim.
Oh, he was in Pacific Rim?
Yep, he had a little small part.
Ron Perlman's cool. I mean,
Ron Perlman's awesome.
he got it dressed up in the his Hellboy get up and went to a children's hospital.
Yeah,
I mean,
just to cheer him up, which is dope.
I mean that's awesome in itself.
Yeah, and that Hellboy makeup, I believe it takes 6 hours to get completed.
I mean, this wasn't even for any on-screen stuff. This is just to see kids.
Yeah, just to make somebody's day a little bit
Okay.
better.
Okay, that's a tangent.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, so I got in. I'm hanging out. I see Danny Wiesner, obviously, who sings the opening and closer to Irrational Passions podcast.
I was wondering if that was the Danny.
That was the Danny, which I hadn't met him. We had talked a whole bunch over email and then on the show. And yeah, it was crazy. Like when I saw him, I'm like, oh my god, it's Danny. And he sees me, and he's like, oh, this guy. And he runs up and he gives me a big hug. And he's like, I gotta get a picture with you, man. It's so great to actually meet you. So it was like a cool moment where he was as excited to see me as I was to see him, which was awesome. And we hung out on various occasions throughout the rest of the night. And yeah, then the podcast happened, and Shuhei Yoshida shows up because why not?
Oh.
And then my face gets in the way. And it was funny. I posted in the Beyond Facebook group, hey, it was my head that got in the way of Shuhei's grand entrance. I'm really sorry. And someone's like, I thought that was part of the show. So
Yeah. Well, I think you posted a picture. Greg had left saying to get a picture of Shuhei Yoshida.
mhm.
And when he came back, he had the picture frame around Shuhei's face.
Yeah. And then
And you tweeted something about that, and I tweeted back, yeah, that's cool, but this is a little cooler. I tweeted a picture of a little cooler.
yeah. I thought that was so funny. I didn't get a chance to respond to you, but I was laughing hysterically when I read that. But yeah, that was great. But yeah, I was like in the periphery of the camera for the entirety of the stream. I was standing throughout the whole show, which was killer, but I survived. Yeah, and then we just hung out, and I met all the IGN people, or the ones that I hadn't talked to yet. And Greg Miller gave me a shout out on Podcast Beyond.
Twice.
Because the second one is I'm off camera, and he's like looking for somebody in the crowd, and I wave to him, and he just looks at me with the most disappointed look. He's like, I fucking know you're there. But yeah, that was what was happening.
What was the first time about? I kind of was away for the camera for a second.
David Ballard of Naughty Dog came up and he's like, "Hey, hold on a second, I'll just grab it." It's like, "Hey, I'm giving away this signed art book, which if you're watching the video, I'm holding up right now."
Yeah.
And he's like, I guess I'll just ask a question. He saw me first. And I raised my hand, and he's like, "What's the name of Joel's daughter?" Which is Sarah. And yeah, then I go up, and as I'm going up and getting the art book, Greg Miller says, "Oh, the Irrational Passions guy. Of course, he's got to get his moment in," and or something like that. And David Ballard says something. I don't actually remember what he said because I was walking off. And Greg's like, "He's a good kid. He's good for sex." And I look back and I yell, "I'm 20." And he just laughs. So that was the first shout out. Yeah, that was funny. That was a fun moment. We joked about it afterwards. But yeah, and then after that night, we all went to a bar, and everybody wanted to buy me a drink, but was disappointed to find out I was underage.
Yeah, I just added Alex's bizarre relationship with Greg Miller to the description.
Yeah. We have a very interesting relationship. You should see what he says to me in email.
Yeah, that's cool. And IGN is to you is kind of like what Harmonix is to me.
Yeah, definitely. That's totally a great way to put it. I know all those guys. They know me now, and it's just
I know what that's like. I mean, it's awesome that people at Harmonix know who I am.
Yeah, and it's just a warm feeling.
I mean, it was awesome when I got to at PAX East when I got to tell Matthew Nordhaus how awesome Blitz was.
Yeah.
How awesome I thought Blitz was. So I would imagine seeing all these IGN folks was like that for you.
Yeah. Totally the same thing. And yeah, it was cool. I got to meet a lot of cool people. Like when I talked to David Ballard after at the bar, he's like, yeah, I just picked the first person I saw. I didn't really know what to do. I was under the pressure. I'm like, well, I've beaten The Last of Us 4 times, and I really like it. And,
Intervention!
And I wrote about it, and I wrote a review of it, and I love it. And he's like, well, good to know I picked the right fucking guy then, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was on Game Enthuse, I was the only one of the four that hadn't played it.
Oh man,
It's not my bag.
it's not your bag. I totally get that. It's not a game for everybody. Um, but I really do enjoy that game. And when we what was it? When I was like walking around, a bunch of people would come up to me. It was just a friendly environment. Like I met like a lot of cool just listeners of Beyond and
Beyond!
Beyond. And it was just really awesome. And like people came up to me and asked me about podcasting, like the best way to get started, and said they would totally check out my show. And
You know what? We need to do a panel at PAX East
yeah,
about
exactly.
starting a podcast.
We should. That'd be fun. And then,
Yeah, if they'll approve us. I mean, who are we?
yeah, right. The Irrational Passions guy from IGN, and that super fan from Harmonix.
Yeah.
Whatever, we can make it happen.
Maybe.
PAX East. I think we should actually apply and see what happens.
Yeah. Totally applying.
And
Yeah, right now I keep going back and forth between going to PAX East and not going to PAX East. Now I'm back leaning towards going.
you should go.
I should go.
That's our
Take the day off of work and go.
Yeah, you should. That's our day of the year where we get to hang out, or our weekend of the year where we get to hang out. So you should go.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise have to meet up somewhere else, like do RTX or something.
Yeah, or like hang out when I go visit my mom in Florida.
Yeah, find a way to get up to you, or you come down to me.
Yeah. And Joe's already like guilting me about PAX Prime.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Joseph Fate of whatever PlayStation site he's affiliated with now.
PlayStation Styles or whatever.
Yeah, PlayStation Lifestyle.
Yeah. That man is a drifter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really awesome. It was like the words, like the Danny Wiesner song that he premiered there, "Go Beyond."
That's cool.
Was
That was cool. The video for it from Panda Musk, that was cool.
yeah, and it like not only did it incorporate so many PlayStation characters from like Tomba, which awesome Tomba showed up,
And Parappa,
like all the way to like Shadow of the Colossus and like God of War, and not only did that incorporate
Sackboy, Nathan Drake,
it incorporated a whole
Nolan,
bunch of
and for part of it, part of the video they actually got Nolan North's voice.
Yep, he couldn't be there, but that was his little.
And it all comes
together.
back to Nolan North.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I think we actually have a story with Nolan North in the news.
The world starts and ends with Nolan North, but like that video had a whole bunch of Beyond references in it, like old school Beyond jokes, and it was
Which,
just,
as a neophyte to Beyond, I
Yeah.
didn't catch any of that.
yeah. But they mentioned some on the show, and it was just like every time I hear that song, I remember the feeling in that room, and there is not like a more powerful feeling of just,
About how many people in that room?
I would say 450. or so.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And that didn't even look like that big of a room.
No, you guys couldn't see like the whole back
Oh.
part, which had like
Oh.
a ton of space, and then there were people like in the other room, like the IGN editors and stuff that, or other people that were gonna come out later. And it was just like every time I hear that song, it is like so powerful because I remember the feeling in that room, which is just indescribable. It was just so much camaraderie and happiness, and it's just song makes me break into tears every time I hear it. Like I cannot get through it without just remembering the feeling, all the feelings that were going through me at that moment. So
And then Saturday you just took it easy.
yep, Saturday I took it easy and I hung out in my hotel room, played Walking Dead.
And Sunday you went out and about. Did you see anything interesting
Yeah,
on Sunday?
My friend Julia, who I had met at Beyond 300, she's a hardcore listener. She's been listening since episode 1. She's awesome. She lives in San Francisco, and
Cool. So she knows the sites.
yeah, she knows the sites. She drove me around because she was nice. Nice
Sweet.
enough to do so. I saw Man of Steel again. I like that movie.
Again. You
Um,
didn't have this. You didn't do. Unfortunately, didn't do the soups and suits this time.
no, not this time. I had my Superman shirt with me, but it was all sweaty from Thursday. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to overkill. So I saw Man of Steel. I went to a bunch of music stores, like I mentioned earlier, and
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of just drove around and saw some stuff. Ate a
Cool.
lot of local cuisine.
Cool.
So that was kind of that. I didn't get to
Sometimes you
see.
just want to wander a bit, and sometimes you stumble onto a stumble onto a tour. That's how I spent Monday at PAX East.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like she showed me
Yeah.
her favorite Mexican restaurant,
Cool.
which was great. It was delicious, and it was authentic Mexican cuisine.
I mean, I still would love to go out there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
back when Area 5 was doing co-op, they had some great video of San Francisco, the San Francisco area.
Yeah, it's the Bay Area is really nice. It's really
Mhm.
easy to get around, and the weather is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. So sunny and like 70 degrees. It's,
Cool.
It's just awesome.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about San Francisco before we move on to news?
Love that city. I can't wait to go back.
Okay. Who
It's,
knows? Maybe I'll meet you out there.
Yeah. We'll hang out. Get some
Giant
some-
Bomb needs to do something like what I
like Beyond
did.
300.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why they have their PAX panels. So
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, if they did something on their turf, I would definitely try to make it go out,
yeah.
especially if it landed in the summer. I mean, this would have been perfect if I was an IGN fan.
Exactly, right?
Hmm
And it was
But yeah, I'm more of a Giant Bomb and Polygon guy.
yeah. I love Polygon too, man. And
Hmm
you know I love Giant Bomb.
hmm Okay, so are we ready to move on?
Yep, we're good.
Holy crap, this is going to be a long show, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
News of the universe. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and edit that in and post.
about. That one in there. No one will notice. People watching the video get like a super awesome extra.
Yeah.
Still in.
Yeah, well, that's how we used to do it before the soundboard.
Awesome.
So this is classic CBG right here.
Old school.
hmm The PlayStation Store Play lineup has been announced.
Okay.
The 4 games are Stealth Inc., A Clone in the Dark, which is the lone cross-buy title of the 4.
Okay.
The others are just for PS3. This is coming July 23rd. $10 or $8 for if you're a Plus member and you pre-order.
Okay.
Cloudberry Kingdom coming July 30th. Same
So
price.
What kind of game is Stealth Inc.?
It's a platformer, a puzzle platformer, I believe.
Okay.
Let me bring out their release. Fast-paced stealth platformer featuring brutal hazards, ruthless enemies, fiendish puzzles, and red pixels galore. So, kind of a Super Meat Boy type game, sounds like.
Yeah, cool. I was curious. I might pick up a crossbow.
Cloudberry Kingdom coming July 30th.
All right. Ibn
And that looks like a platformer. Ibanob coming August 6th. 2-player co-op game in a puzzle-filled world. Gravity goes both up and down. That kind of sounds like a cross between VVVVVV and Elo Milo.
Yeah. I was gonna say it sounds VVVVV-ish.
I think the last time we brought that up was when we had Tony on the episode entitled "I'm gonna do that to Alex later."
Yeah, won him the Tony Horvath Award for awesomeness.
Does he display the pony publicly?
I don't know. I think it's in his room somewhere.
Yeah. And August 13th, DuckTales Remastered. This is the only one of the titles that's an extra $5. The other 3 titles are $10 or 8 for a plus pre-order. This is 15 or 12 for a plus pre-order.
Now machines probably already got it pre-ordered.
So yeah, essentially, if you're a Plus member, you get 20% off for pre-orders. Plus, you get cash back for buying multiple titles. $3 back for if you buy 2. $6 for 3, and $10 back for 4.
Yep. Which is cool. Props.
So yeah. Hypothetically, if I get the first 3, if I pre-ordered them for $8, 8, 16, 24, plus another 12.
That would be $36.
Yeah,
then
minus 10. That's not bad for the 4.
Yeah.
But while we're talking about downloadable summer promotions, Summer of Arcade has been dated and priced.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, the titles were previously announced, but this will be starting August 7th.
Yes.
So they're kind of going head-to-head for the middle of these 2 promotions. Week 1 of Summer of Arcade is week 3 of PlayStation. What is this? Play. Yeah. So August 7th, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, 1,200 points.
Yep.
August 14th, the one I've been waiting for since PAX East 2012.
Yeah.
Charlie Murder.
So, like, how crazy is this year that Battle Block Theater, Antichamber, and Charlie Murder are all coming out in the same year? Like, the games that have been at PAX forever.
Yeah. And Runner 2, which I saw at last year's PAX East, came out this year.
Yep.
But yeah, Charlie Murder. I mean, I saw that at the last 2 PAX East. I actually talked to James Silva at PAX East this past year. Really nice guy. But this is a really cool game. Really cool game. Beat 'em up.
Fast paced.
Yeah. Kind of a cross between Castle Crashers and Scott Pilgrim.
And Dishwasher. It does have that.
Yeah, with dishwasher style graphics.
Yeah. So that's dope. But yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have a game night for that.
Yeah, I've seen that game. I haven't played it, but it is a cool game.
Flashback coming August 21st, and closing out the Summer of Arcade on August 28th. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. This is for 1,200 points. And if you buy 2 of the arcade games, you get a free Souls Pack for Ascend Hand of Cool, whatever that is, for free.
I'm actually looking forward to the Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah, I think Charlie Murder and Ninja Turtles are going to be the 2 I get.
Yeah. The game looks like it has really good combat. The turtles look weird, but it looks like it plays really well.
I mean, if it plays like the classic arcade Turtles, I'm in.
Apparently, it plays a bit like Batman. That's what it's been compared to.
Which Batman?
Arkham.
Oh.
So, probably
Pass.
not. Probably not the classic.
Or does it play like Batman?
It plays like Batman.com.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra Street Fighter 4 announced at EVO. Who knows? Maybe I'll go to EVO one of these days.
Yeah!
Let's go to EVO next year.
Oh, fuck that. I feel like that's just like a poisonous environment.
I didn't say we had to compete. I mean, it's free to spectators, I believe.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, people get so crazy about EVO, man.
But yeah, Ultra Street Fighter 4 announced coming next year. 5 new fighters: Rolento, Poison, Hugo, Elena, and to be determined.
A new Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
The first new one since, I think, Hakan and Juri. So. There you
Yeah,
go.
6 new stages, some rebalancing, $15 DLC like Arcade Edition was, or $40 retail package.
Arcade edition was $20 actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this is
So
sweeter. Well, I'm saying it was DLC.
yeah. Arcade edition might have been $15, but the Street Fighter Cross Tekken DLC was $20, I think.
Oh. But yeah, who do you think the new fighter's going to be?
No clue. It's a new character. I'm
I
excited.
mean, there's some speculation that it was going to be Hagar.
That'd be funny. That would be funny.
Hey, if Guy and Cody are in there, why not?
I think Hagar wouldn't qualify as a new character though. They are toting this as an all new Street Fighter character.
Scorpion.
Yeah, it's Scorpion. That's
Actually, just as crazy, but a little bit more plausible. Heihachi.
yeah. Actually, that'd be,
I mean, yeah,
that'd be
little
awesome.
throwback to Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah, I feel like they won't do that, but that would be cool.
Would be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm like so happy that they're still putting stuff out for this.
I
game.
mean, Frank was kind of mad about it.
Why was he angry?
Well, from what I talked to him on Twitter, but I mean, but at least this is not a whole new package, or
Doesn't have to be if you don't
Yeah.
want it to be.
and yeah, I mean, I hate how Capcom does DLC with alternate outfits and stuff, where it's on the pack it's
On the disc.
on the disc.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
It's already in the game, guys.
Yeah.
Um,
But you know what? I think the fact that they're still supporting the game,
what, 4 years, 5 years?
Five!
After that?
it'll
Yeah.
be 5. It came out in 09, the year I got my PS3.
Yeah. I mean, like
The
technically,
year we started CBG.
if you count this as like a Super Street Fighter 4 expansion, which it technically is, then
Yeah.
it's been 4. But still, like,
Yeah. But still, yeah. I
that's
mean, I was
awesome.
playing Street Fighter 4 before we were doing CBG, I believe.
yeah, I got
Or shortly after.
I got Super Street Fighter 4 shortly after we started Irrational Passions.
So you didn't get Street Fighter 4 right at launch.
No, I didn't touch Street Fighter 4 because I hadn't really gotten into a fighting game at all at that point.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Super Street Fighter 4, everybody's talking about it. It was back when it was big on VG Evo,
Yeah,
pre-Metroids.
I mean, I hadn't had a CB, yeah, I hadn't had a PS3 for that long at that point.
yeah.
So I was trying to build up my library.
And when I bought it, it felt like a deal. I got Super Street Fighter 4 for $40. I
Oh.
didn't have to pay $60 up front.
Oh, so you went right to Super.
Yep. I didn't have to pay $60 up front for Street Fighter 4 Vanilla.
Yeah, I think I did get Super a little bit down the road, and I think I might have gotten it used.
Mhm.
And then I wound up selling that when Arcade Edition was free on Plus.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, this should plug right into Arcade Edition.
Yep. It'll plug
Okay,
in nice.
and while we're on Evo, there's the roller coaster with Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah.
At one point, Nintendo wanted Evo to just pull the tournament entirely, and then they talked them down to just not streaming it. And then Nintendo flip-flopped on the stream, and the stream got over 100,000 viewers.
Yeah, this is Smash Bros. Melee we're talking about.
Yeah, Melee. I mean, we were talking about a game that's even older than Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, which is fucking saying something. That's a
I mean-
2001 game.
I was still in college when that game came out.
I was a fetus when that game came out. It's just, yeah, it's awesome that people still play and love this game. And
Oh, I still love that game.
like, I'm a brawl guy, and I get a lot of slack for that.
I mean, I like them both. I mean, the original Super Smash Bros. For N64 couldn't quite get into that, but I kind of got into that after the fact.
Yeah, I do like the original a lot.
Okay.
And it's awesome that it was the most viewed game of all of Evo. So,
Okay. Moving on. The U.S. government grants League of Legends pros the same status as pro athletes for visa purposes.
this is so awesome.
Yeah.
League of Legends is a sport.
I wonder if they. I I wonder if they do the same thing for poker players.
I
If they don't, they
probably.
should.
I would say, but yeah, this
Yeah,
is great news. It's a
yeah,
big deal for gamers.
yeah.
Um,
Microsoft had the reorganization. Julie Larson Green, who was the former head of Windows, is now in charge of hardware. Terry Myerson, who was the former Windows Phone head, in charge of the operating system unit. And
mhm.
Tony Bates, the former head of Skype, in charge of development relations and evangelism.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where Julie Larson Green
Yeah, there
how
was
she
some
heads up.
backlash about that on the internet about some misogynistic assholes saying that a woman shouldn't be in charge of a gaming company, and that's
Of
exactly
course.
what they are, assholes.
Yep. And they are ignored promptly.
Yeah,
So,
fuck those guys.
and she seems to know her shit. So
Yeah,
I like this girl.
yeah. I mean, I mean, isn't she like a longtime Microsoft employee? So I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
she's
She
been around
probably
for a
has
while.
more gaming cred than Reggie.
Yeah, probably. And then she's like, other than
Definitely more gaming cred than Cammy Dunaway.
yeah, I was gonna say other than Cammy, she's kind of like the first female face of
Well, on
gaming here.
Nintendo before Cammy, they had Perrin Kaplan.
Yeah, but like she's in charge. You know,
Yeah,
she's the
I mean,
Xbox lady
this is
now,
probably the biggest role for a woman in the gaming industry.
which is awesome, and that's a big deal.
That's awesome.
So
So fuck those misogynistic assholes who hate this.
yep, fuck them.
Of
So
course, I'm still not getting an Xbone, so.
yeah, there you go. No Xbone for Harold.
Microsoft points rewards are being phased out next month,
Still no idea how this is gonna
but
work.
they're still gonna do something different with the Microsoft Rewards program.
Hmm.
Now move on to the lightning round. Assassin's Creed 2 currently available free with Xbox Live Gold today through the end of the month.
Yep.
The Mad Max game will now feature an Australian accented Mad Max.
After people were really upset at E3, apparently.
Johnny Gat returning to for Saints Row 4 along with his voice actor Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah. Bring
Jin
back
from
at.
Lost.
Yep. There you go. That's such a cool thing too, as a huge Lost fan.
Yeah. It got a little weird towards
Yeah,
the
it got
end.
real weird. I love it.
I mean, my dad and I debated the ending.
Yeah, I mean, you can debate it all day.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
He took it literally as they all died,
Yeah.
and I took it as it was they wound up in a meeting place when they died,
Yeah.
which everybody dies.
Yep.
Eventually.
It was a good message. I think they
Yeah.
handled it well.
I mean, who knows how long Hurley would run the island.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
like
he hinted to Ben in his talk with Ben that they were working together for a while. So, but yeah, that's a sidetrack. But also back to Saints Row 4, Neil Patrick Harris, Terry Crews, Keith David
yeah,
as
Terry
Vice
Crews.
President Keith David.
Of course. Vice president
Because-
to your president.
yeah, because it's Saints Row.
Because why not? Keith
And
David.
of course, Nolan North.
Yeah. I hope
Confirmed in the
Nolan
voice
North
cast.
just plays Nolan North.
I mean, can you legally make a game with voice acting without Nolan North these days?
No.
yeah.
I think there's a law.
Yeah.
Uh, the government slipped that in right under the League of Legends news. Just so all video games must have Nolan North.
Yeah, the Northeast should be interesting this year on Giant Bomb.
Yeah, exactly. We have a
Now,
voice actor
will
award on our
Nolan
show.
North be nominated for both being the voice of Deadpool and being
And
the
be
voice, of Nolan North in Deadpool?
Yeah. I think he should be nominated for both.
Angry Birds Star Wars 2 coming September 19th, powered by
Boo.
Hasbro's Telepods tech. Over 30 figures available at launch.
Yeah, don't
So
care.
Angry Birds is going Skylanders.
Yep,
Um,
exactly.
and this was also announced at EVO. Martian Manhunter is coming to Injustice as the next DLC character.
Yes!
And also, there's going to be a Jon Stewart skin for Green Lantern.
Who is the second Green Lantern of Earth, for those who don't know?
Who's the Black Green Lantern?
The Black Green Lantern. The one that
He
you
was
see
in
on
Justice
Justice
League.
League. Yeah.
That's
And
how I know Jon Stewart.
Martian Manhunter looks awesome.
I thought Guy Gardner was the second Green Lantern.
No, he's the third, I believe. Or he might be the fourth.
Shows how much I know.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated. But if you watch the Justice League cartoon, which was out back when I was in college,
Yeah, that show is awesome.
that was awesome. Wii U summer update's been pushed back to fall, September or early October. Hasbro has released a Skylanders Monopoly. I believe that's available now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to update my 3DS. I still don't have those eShop games.
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I was playing those too. I actually got 4 Street Passes while I was out today.
Yeah, are they good? Are they any good?
Oh, I love those games.
Okay.
And
yeah.
my Podcast 64 co-host, Matt Keast, the guest on the last CBG, he was really into them.
Yeah, I will spend $21 on all of them because
Spend 15.
Okay, is it 15 for all of them?
Yeah, 15 for all of them.
Okay.
5 each or 50. You go to buy one, and then the rabbit will prompt you, say, "Hey, if you buy all 4, you can get 15."
Oh shit! All right, rabbit, I'm playing your game now.
Captain Olimar and Pikmin confirmed for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS.
Yep.
So that's up to 13 confirmed characters now. 10 returners and 3 newbies.
Awesome. Scott will be happy. Olimar is his character in Brawl. So.
I'm not. I haven't been much of an Olimar guy.
He's hard. He's a hard character to play. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Characters and shit.
Yeah. Dive Kick coming to PS3 and Vita August 20th.
I want to play that on Vita so bad.
And it's cross-buy.
Awesome.
Sold!
Yep, done. That game looks awesome. Holy crap.
Where we would hypothetically insert the "shut up and take my money" sound effect.
That game looks so. Have you played Dive Kick at all?
I didn't play it at PAX East.
It's
I've
so
seen
good.
video. So the premise is I'm sold on the premise. Where the execution is good enough, I have no idea.
The execution is good. I will put your fears to rest. The way Joe said it on our show the other week. Peter Molyneux wanted to make a game where combat was on one button, and Dave Lang wanted to make a fighting game with 2. So there you go. And he did it, and it's great. So buy that game when it comes out.
Okay. Scribblenauts Unmasked coming September 24th, and Zombie U2 coming never.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
like
Ubisoft has said sequel is doubtful due to lack of profitability, and Ubisoft recently came out and said that they don't look at any new IP unless they don't make anything unless they think they can franchise it.
There you go.
Crappy way to make games, in my opinion.
I agree. Do what Naughty Dog does and make games that are really good.
Make good games, and if you can do more with it, that's where you make your sequels.
Yeah, it's like if it works, then do it. If it's just a good game and it works by itself, then don't.
Yeah.
Do
A couple new studios have been announced. Jellygrade, which is made up of former SimCity developers Ocean Quigley, Andrew Wilmot, and Dan Moskowitz.
Sweet.
And No Goblin from Dan Teasdale.
T-Still's doing that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
um, alumnus of Harmonix and Twisted Pixel, and he's the one that's working on the Drake Tracker.
Okay.
Super Drake Tracker. I, I forget the whole name of it, but I
The
did
name
do
keeps going.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
um, they're working on a new title without guns, bows, lasers, laser bows, or bow guns.
Super Drake Tracker 2000 EX.
Yeah, that. Can't wait till that comes out.
Yep.
I actually signed up for the beta, but I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Coming to PS4 and PC first half of 2014.
Cool. Guns, bows, lasers,
And
laser bows, and bow guns. I am so down.
no guns.
Without,
Bow.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but it's Year of the Bow, and it has no bows?
No, it's 2014. So
Well, Year of the Bow is kind of like March 2013 to March 2014.
no, I thought that was Year of the Bow was last year.
No. Year of the Bow started with Crisis and Tomb Raider, which came out in March.
Oh. I thought Year of the Bow went back all the way to Skyrim.
I mean, I guess, if you want to play it that way. 2011. Old news.
Yeah.
Old game is old.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Bo Jackson will make a comeback in video game form. Let's get a Tecmo
Exactly.
Bowl. Let's get
Year
a
of the
Tecmo
Bow.
Bowl throwback.
Big
Year
Bow?
of the Bow Jackson.
Exactly. Just shout Big Bow in the game, and that's it. All right. That wraps up news, right?
And now, if we had music going, I'd say cut the music. But since we did our last show, the gaming industry has lost one of the greats.
Yes.
Giant Bomb's Ryan Davis passed away on July 3rd, and he at the age of 34, my age.
Yeah, that's...
He had just gotten married. He was married for 5 days. I mean, we both met the guy.
Yeah.
He was really
really
awesome. I mean, you've seen my Twitter picture. I went back to the Ryan Davis
As
from
did Joe.
2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Jeff Gerstmann's cool enough, but had to go back to Ryan Davis.
Yeah,
But,
it's crazy. It's more than crazy. It's absolutely insane, and it's
It's sad. I mean, but a lot of good tributes. Justin McElroy wrote up a good tribute on Polygon. Harmonix. Did you see Harmonix's tribute?
I watched some of it. Yeah.
Oh, I watched it live, and then I watched it again on YouTube.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch all of it.
It was really good.
It's really good. The Giant Bombcast that they did afterward was tribute to Ryan. That was
I mean, Game
amazing.
Trailers did a couple full tributes up there.
What's it? What's his face? Dave Snyder.
Thanks Ryan.com.
That's wonderful as well.
Yeah, and even Greg Miller, before Beyond 300 started, he took a few moments to talk about Ryan Davis, and he was wearing a China Don't Care shirt
Throughout the whole show, he wore that.
Yeah.
Shirt. As a
I
tribute
know.
to Ryan.
At one point, they had, as a tribute / fundraiser for his family, they had reissued the "Fuck Ryan Davis" shirt with a comma insert, so it said "Fuck Ryan Davis."
Yeah.
Fuck. But they had some issues and they pulled that. I was hoping they'd bring back China Don't Care because I kind of missed out on that the first time.
I bought one of those shirts. Never got it. Got lost in the mail somewhere. So I have one of those out there somewhere. But yeah, it's I wrote some. I wrote
UPS don't care.
USPS don't care.
Oh,
I
don't know. I've dealt with some shit with UPS lately.
Yeah, I have as well in the past.
Listen to Game Enthuse for more on that.
I wrote a little something about Ryan.
Yeah.
I didn't know him too well, but he
I mean,
definitely had an impact on my life.
yeah. I
Um,
actually rewatched
and
part of the 2012 PAX East panel.
hmm really good panel.
Yeah, Justin McElroy actually posted a link. Actually, right to the part where they were talking about long form journalism because um, McElroy hadn't heard the nice things that Ryan had
Gerst,
said about
yeah,
him
Ryan
answering
and
that
Jeff
question.
said those.
Yeah, well, Ryan specifically mentioned Justin.
Yeah. And yeah, Jeff brought up Rigma.
Yeah, and then I got to your question asking
Yeah.
about PAX Prime versus E3.
Hmm.
I even backed up so I can hear their answers to Tetris versus vodka again. Ryan Davis, the only one I've asked that question to who has gone with vodka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although Jeff Gerstmann, the only one who I've asked that to and has answered Spice Like Us.
That's fucking great.
I mean, you remember that?
I do. Yes. Oh my god, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, that was crazy. Of course,
Um.
you know that. I mean, if it wasn't for Giant Bomb, we wouldn't have met.
Yeah, we wouldn't have met. That was what brought us together, and that was an
Yeah,
awesome thing too.
yeah,
You, me, and Tony just chilling in
yeah,
the queue.
and and randomly meeting John.
Yeah, John with a flask,
Yeah.
which is great. Um,
But yeah,
yeah,
Ryan Davis. Um, I mean, Giant Bomb. Not going to be the same without him.
yeah. I don't think the
Games journalism not going to
game,
be the same
yeah,
without Ryan
games
Davis.
journalism is not going to be the
I
same.
mean, Jeff and Ryan and what they've done at Giant Bomb, they just it turned things on its side.
Yeah, they changed how media covers games.
Yeah,
Like, and they're the dynamic duo, and without both of them, it's going to be different from here.
yeah. But I actually listened to the first part of this week's podcast, and it's nice to laugh again
Yeah,
with
it's nice.
with those guys
They
talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks posers.
yeah, and the podcast, the tribute podcast that they did
That was a really good show,
was
but
both really sweet and really funny, and just
I mean, and going through all this Ryan Davis highlights and stuff, I was like laughing and crying at the same time.
yeah, it was a lot of that with me too. It was sad, but also just
I
enjoying
mean,
everything he's done.
I mean, he was here, and the world's a much better place because he was here.
Yep.
And I'm glad I got to meet him. I'm sure you're glad you got to meet him. Heck, he even said your name on the podcast before.
Yeah, I didn't remember that until like I was thinking about like all the stuff that Ryan's done in relation to me, and just like remembering my name and then mentioning me on the show, and it was a big fucking deal to me. So it's the little
Internet
things.
celebrity Alex O'Neill.
Right? I'm popping up on IGN and Giant Bombs and all over the place. So yeah, but rest in peace, Ryan, and thank you
Yeah,
for
he
everything.
will be missed. Okay, let's wrap this up.
All right.
Yeah, no random words of randomness because we've gone on long enough.
Sure.
Okay, housekeeping. We are at crossbordergaming.com or thatgamerhub.com/crossbordergaming. Check us out on Stitcher, review us on iTunes. Emails!
Emails.
crossbordergaming.com, emaster at crossbordergaming.com, feedback at crossbordergaming.com, facebook.com/CBG podcast, youtube.com/crossbordergaming, where this podcast will wind up.
Mm-hmm.
Voicemails 747 CBG Pod 5. That is 747-224-7635. Twitter's USFH Bomb, Emaster 1980, CBG Podcast, That Gamer Hub, Alfighter 27, Irrational Pod,
And Malicious Pod, our little sister
Malicious
podcast.
Pod, yeah. Audio Booze, H Bomb, Emaster, Friend and Podcast Shoutouts, ThatGamerHub.com, Podcast 64 at eShopverse.com, Irrational Passions.
RationalPassions.com. That's
Yep.
where it's at.
And Malicious Underground X.
Yep.
Fantastic Neighborhood. Those guys are awesome too. Well, although by that guys, it's been mainly Fred lately, but still awesome show.
Still good.
Yeah. Retro Nick Radio, NintendoJoe.com, Game Enthuse, and as I said before, I did this past Thursday's Game Enthuse with Aaron, Tiny, and former guest of the show, Steve, aka Levity NYC. He's an awesome guy.
Yep, I agree.
I met him at PAX East too, but that was separate. That was separate from you guys and Aaron's group.
Mm-hmm.
I met him later that day.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
Great Geek Debate. You like the worst stuff at ggsgamer.com.
Mm-hmm.
And they did their last episode, they did an interview with the guy doing that Soul Saga episode 1 on Kickstarter.
Okay, cool. That guy's cool. He's tweeted at me because I posted something.
Yeah. Callofdoggies.com, dmdice.com, radiodmg.com, animationisart.com.
Speaking of Soul Saga, go check out Richie Branson wrote a song about that game.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
All right. Reclamationbrewing.com.
Cool.
You know, once Ben opens up the brew pub, we should all just meet up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Once I'm old enough to drink, I will share a drink with you, my friend.
Yeah.
Even if you don't.
We should do a live CBG.
CBG Cross Irrational Passions live from Pittsburgh.
Cross That Gamer podcast. Get Ben and Brandon and Jason in there.
Yeah, make it a super podcast galore.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe get the Fantastic Neighborhood folks in. Weekly Beat. Get everybody.
Yes, I'm down.
Anyway, our next show hopefully we'll be back next Tuesday at 9. I don't know. And if if Frank's not able to get back up, I'll try to do something. And
you have 6 Irrational Passions hosts to choose from.
Yeah. Not to mention all my other podcasting friends too.
Yeah, you got plenty.
So yeah, who knows? We could do Not Cross Border Gaming 4 next week.
Yeah.
Or the actual pilot of H-Bomb's Untitled side project.
Side project. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Or Project Husp.
I like
H-Bomb's Untitled side project. Husp.
That's what we did with Mupp. It worked out.
Yeah.
Muppix.
And I've been streaming. I actually streamed at 7:30 today because I was doing Ryan Davis approved summer jams on Rock Band.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I've been enjoying that. I haven't been able to watch it, but I'm glad that you're doing it.
Yeah, I might do some more of those next week. I'd say I could do some later in the week, but I don't have a later in the week. I'm going out of town on Thursday.
Okay.
So yeah, I won't catch a show live this week.
Ah, well, it's okay. We'll
get it up quickly.
Yeah. The video always goes up instantly. I will have the Great Geek Debates Ryan on this week.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yep. And I will be. I think our discussion segment is going to be me unloading the secret stories of San Francisco. So, here's your preview today.
Okay, so that's it. Alex, thank you for joining me with short notice and helping me get this Google Hangout stuff up.
No problem, man. Thank you for inviting me. It's always a pleasure.
Okay. So,
Okay, bye. No,
You may go now.
all right, that's it.
Titles!
Titles.
Yeah. Insert
Titles.
outro. Titles.
Pew.
Okay, actually we only have 3.
It's got to be this one.
Nolan or bust.
Nolan or bust.
The other 2, damn it, Tony! And you're the bow, Jackson.
Big Bo?
Have you...
Oh, that quick look is still fucking amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Tecmo Bowl. Always pick LA.
Exactly.
And when you get tired of using Bo Jackson, that's when you bust out Marcus Allen. Holy crap, I just realized that game was out before you were born.
Yeah.
I feel old now.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. So, Nolan or bust?
Nolan or bust? Just take that audio sample and make that the title.
Okay, so what do we do now?
Yeah, you hit the end broadcast button at the top. And that's that.
Okay.